Well, something rather bizarre is happening right now in movie theaters all over the country, and specifically to moviegoers who are wanting to go to see one particular movie, and that movie is Sound of Freedom. Now, if you've not seen this movie, I want to encourage you, get out there and see this movie, because what this movie is about, it's about a young man, Timothy Ballard. It's a true story about him and his life and how he went after human traffickers. You'd think, being on the left or right, that, both sides of the fence would love the fact that somebody's going after scumbags like human traffickers, right? However, the mainstream media immediately started bashing the film, saying it's some kind of right-wing extremist film and you shouldn't go see it and support that kind of thing. Well, now, mysteriously, moviegoers who are going to see this movie in particular are getting their tickets refunded. They're having, alarms turned on. The fire alarm is going on and off in the theaters. And we also have people reporting that they're turning off the AC and all kinds of bizarre events, to the tune that there have literally been hundreds of people reporting this all over the United States. Now, and fair is fair. Obviously, this is not happening at all the movie theaters. It's sporadic here and there, pick and pick. But let me show you some accounts of what they're saying that is happening in some of the theaters, because you really got to see this for yourself. And for every one that I'm showing you, there's at least 10 to 20 more of these, all right? So here's one here, and here's a young man, and here's what he says about his particular experience when he went to watch Sound of Freedom. Take a listen.
So my girlfriend and I went to go see the Sound of Freedom in theaters on the 4th of July, and we've been to this theater many times. It's always been a pretty good experience. This particular time was really uncomfortable to sit through. There was no AC running. It was unbearably hot. So I go out and I ask if they can turn the AC on, and they told me that it wasn't working. Okay,
So there's one account. Here's another here. Take a listen.
So, don't know if any one of you have already been to see The Sound of Freedom, but my friends and I just walked out. Hi. And we are curious what your experiences were in the movie theater, because we pre-ordered our tickets, paid for them, they were claimed, got the link sent, and this is an AMC theater in Pineville, North Carolina. Some point today, the tickets got refunded to my friend and we couldn't figure out why. So we come anyways to the theater after dinner, and they're like, oh, well, we refunded all the tickets because there's no air conditioning in our theaters.
Turned her air off as well. Here's another one.
So I took me and my daughters to go watch The Sound of Freedom today, and about an hour and 20 minutes into the movie, we get a random emergency evacuation. None of the staff knows what's going on. The mall wasn't being evacuated, just the theater. All they did was refund us our money with no explanation.
Here's another. This is a fire alarm going off inside, and people just sat through it. You can see them all being like, yeah, we're good. We're sitting through it. This is also in the Sound of Freedom. Here's another one here. And this is the Sound of Freedom Theater was evacuated 30 minutes after the movie began. They started to hear loud booms and everything. You could see them standing outside there. This is another area. Here's another one here, and I'll just play this one for you.
Wow, this is real.
So that they're skipping, it's pausing, the movie isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Here's another one here, and they had this right on the theater, and you could see, please be advised that Sound of Freedom is warm. Our AC isn't working. And then here is David Rodriguez, right? And here's what he says. My experience at the Sound of Freedom Theater in AMC is horrendous. I have reason to believe that theaters are making viewer experiences uncomfortable and underwhelming on purpose. In my own personal experiences, the volume of the movie was turned all the way down. It was inaudible. I had to contact the theater manager to adjust it twice. Anyone else having similar? And you could see just left the theater in Leesburg, Virginia. Our theater was roasting hot. Then we have another one here. This one here, AC was off in the theater. I saw it, AMC Firewheel Theater number 8. And so there's a lot of comments like that all throughout this feed. Now here's Here's one thing I got to give credit where credit's due, because the co-founder and CEO of Angel Studios, which is who put on this film, is saying that, hey, AMC partnered with us, and I'm thankful for them doing that. So let me just throw this out here before I give my assessment. Here it is. As co-founder and CEO of Angel Studios, I thank you for supporting The Sound of Freedom. I also want you to know that AMC Theaters has been a leading partner for us in getting this to market, and we couldn't have done it without them. Stuff happens, bulbs break, air conditioning stop working, and the volume levels get reset. But these are exceptions in over 500 theaters, or 500. Stuff happens, bulbs break, air conditioners stop working, and volume levels get set wrong. But these are exceptions in over 500 theaters with thousands of screens. Kindly just ask them to adjust the volume, be patient, and so on and so forth. So there is kind of the CEO's opinion on what's going on. Now, here's what I think. I don't think that AMC put out any notification saying, oh, start turning off the AC, let's sabotage, fill in the blank. I don't see the agency sabotaging their own business as far as the top CEOs at AMC or whatever. And it's not just AMC. It was Regal, AMC. I believe some of those were reports at Harkins. It was theaters all over the country. But a lot of the ones that were being reported were out of AMC. Now, I don't think that AMC's leaders had anything to do with it. What I believe, and this is my opinion, right, is I believe that it's the manager or, directors at each particular AMC who's mad about the politics of it, and they're messing with the stuff and sabotaging it, if you will. And that's my opinion. That's what I believe could be going on. We don't really know the answers to that unless some kind of investigation goes on, and I don't see that happening. But unfortunately, what's happening is they're refunding the tickets. And so, you got to think, why are they doing that as well? And they don't want it to hit at the box office to the levels that it has been. And it's up to like 40 million, I believe, that it made, and it knocked Indiana Jones out of the water. So I thought that was interesting, and they don't like that either. Anyhow, I love all of you. As a quick reminder, make sure you get on over to restrictedrepublic.com. Justice Knight and myself are going to be doing a live stream on Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So please join us for that. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.